WATE 6 on your side, legal analyst Greg Isaacs is here. Greg, always good to see you.
It's good to be here, Lori.
We're still talking about ramifications from COVID-19, and there is a new offer of help for people who are still struggling to pay their rent. So today we want to talk about, Greg, what's being rolled out and how this compares to the last eviction protection order.
Lori, President Trump has issued an executive order that is effective immediately, setting forth a nationwide eviction moratorium. It'll be published in the Federal Register on September 4th, on Friday, and it is a very sweeping piece of reform, and it's very interesting how President Trump chose his enforcement mechanism.
How did he do that, and who has the rights here?
Wow, well, it's one of those battles you keep seeing when the president issues executive orders. Can you bypass Congress? But what he did this time was utilize the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and say, under your power of quarantine to fight COVID-19, I'm empowering you to quarantine, that's ban evictions for a certain segment of our population.
And who is this segment? Let's talk about who this is. And these are some of the people who really are struggling.
And it's far more sweeping than the CARE Act, because that only applied to federal-based mortgages and federal housing. This applies across the board. And there are three basic requirements. You have to establish that if you were evicted, you'd be homeless. You have to pay what you can. You have to make a showing. You have to sign a declaration under penalty of perjury that you have tried to obtain government housing, but you don't meet the minimum economic threshold, and you have to make $99,000 or under, or if you file jointly, $198,000.
That is pretty sweeping.
It is
That's
sweeping,
a lot of people.
And it lasts until the end of the year. A lot of people, it's everybody. I mean, a really broad, sweeping piece of legislation. And the executive order says, because if there was mass homelessness, there would be a further pandemic created. So it's amazing. On one hand, the virus is getting much better and it's not a problem. And on the other hand, we're going to use it to just forego and ban evictions throughout the nation.
Some say it's an extreme measure. Now, what are the rights of property owners?
Well, you know, you just need to get this executive order that'll be public on Friday. It's already on the World Wide Web, and you need to read it. But I think anybody, if you have a rentor that falls in those criteria, I think the hard thing is for somebody, if you're asking for that assistance at the eviction moratorium, to make sure you jump through those hoops, that you can prove you applied for government housing or whatever.
What you can,
and pay what you can. So I think you'd have to make a good faith showing of your current economic situation. But we've seen a lot of this, and it really shows there is a safety net to this country. Tennessee, the Supreme Court, as you'll recall, on March 13th until June 1st, we had an eviction moratorium, which is now expired. There's a moratorium regarding shutting off utilities. KUB's been very gracious. They've extended theirs until October 19th. That's the Knoxville Utilities Board.
Now we have this.
Now we have this.
Okay.
But Lord, pay your rent.
You do the same. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
All right, if you have a question for Greg, just send an email to askisaacs@wate.com, and be sure to tune in to WATE 6 on your side news at 5:30 every Wednesday. You never know, he may answer one of your legal questions.